Heads of state have been turned away. Every year, millions of people go to Graceland to get a better look at the king of rock and roll. But no one dares to ask about one part of Elvis Presley's house. The strange upstairs room is hidden behind locked doors. It was his private refuge, and it hasn't been used since he died. What is being kept secret that is so private and secret that it has been locked for almost 50 years? Graceland is more than just a house. It's a culture landmark and a sparkling look into Elvis Presley's life. But it's not what people see that keeps them talking. It's what they can't see. A house that is full of history and mystery. You've heard of the White House, but did you know that the second most popular house in the U.S. isn't linked to politics? It looks like the home of a rock star. Graceland is more than just a house in Memphis, Tennessee. It's a story that takes up 14 acres of land in the South. Every year, almost 500,000 people come to see this fancy farm. People don't just come to look, they want to feel something, to enter Elvis Presley's world. As soon as you cross the line, time goes backwards. The house is not stuck in the past, it actually lives there. A popular room with green shag floors and a Polynesian feel is the jungle room. Other rooms have stained glass peacocks and mirrored ceilings. It's not the usual home of a famous person. It's wild, brave, and straight-up Elvis. But the style isn't the only thing that matters. There is a meditation garden in the back of the estate. It is quiet and peaceful, which is very different from the house, which is full of energy. This is where Elvis was finally laid to rest. After multiple efforts to break into his original burial spot, Vernon, his father, made a very bad choice. Behind the walls of Graceland, Elvis and his mother Gladys were moved here. Then Minnie Mae, Elvis's grandma, his daughter Lisa Marie Presley, and Benjamin Keogh, Lisa Marie's son, would join him. The room is sad, beautiful, but heavy. But even with all the marble and sadness, Graceland's biggest secret isn't what's in the yard. It's what's above the first floor. Behind the walls, up a flight of stairs that tourists aren't allowed to go, there's a room that has been locked since Elvis died. Not touched, not changed. For almost 50 years it was off limits. What's that door hiding? There's where things get weird. The band floor, which is the best kept secret in Candyland. At Graceland, there is one rule that you can't break. Don't go upstairs. The house is open for tours, and you can look through Elvis's gold records, ride in his private jets, and even make it to the famous jungle room. But don't bother with the second floor. That area is as locked as a vault. It has been closed since 1977, not for safety reasons or because it's being built, but because it's holy. Early that morning, Elvis was found in the bedroom. Not a single person has gone past the fence since then. It doesn't have any public pictures, movies, or text. People like Bill Clinton, who was president before, were kindly turned away. That level of caution makes me wonder, why is there protection? Elvis's world was upstairs. It was a secret place where the man behind the fame could finally breathe. It was the only place he wasn't acting, and the noise of fame couldn't reach him. The staff had to strictly follow orders. If you weren't asked, you didn't go, always. When he died, that line didn't go away. It became permanent. His family decided to not only respect his privacy, but also keep it safe. There are clothes in the closet, records by the bed, and a TV still in place across from his favorite chair. The upstairs is just the way he left it. Not only has nothing changed, but time has stopped. It's no longer just about sadness or privacy, though, which is where things get strange. Fans think it's not as simple as that. Something more. Something that no one should have seen. What about the ideas? They're crazy, because what some people think is up there would make everything different. The king breathed his last breath upstairs in Graceland. This isn't just where Elvis lived, it's also where his story finished. In the early hours of August 16, 1977, Elvis Presley's body was found on the bathroom floor, only a few feet from his bed. Ginger Alden, his girlfriend, was the one who found him. As soon as the paramedics got there, they couldn't do anything. He was only 42 years old when he died. The official report said the person had a heart attack, but stories started going around almost right away. Many people thought it was because of his fame, the stress it caused him, and how much he relied on prescription drugs. Fans began to make connections. There were theories in the press. People were curious about what really happened in those last hours. The rest of the world was looking for solutions, but the Presley family chose something else. The whole second floor was blocked. Nothing moved. Not a single drawer was open. His bed stayed made. His books were not changed. The TV across from his chair was even left exactly the way he had left it the last time he watched it. That wasn't a cleanup. That was a preservation. Not to hide something or be ashamed, but to honor the weight of that place. That bathroom wasn't just a room. It was where the last breath of a famous person was taken. They also didn't want it to turn into a show. Making it a tourist spot might have sated people's interest, but it would have sullied the history. A house would have become a spooky house, and a shrine would have become a sideshow. The family instead kept the attention on Elvis's life downstairs, not on the terrible events that were happening upstairs. So while millions of Elvis fans tour the bright, bold, and amazing world below, the second floor stays closed and waits in silence. What's behind that door that's locked? That part, however, has not been answered. Not yet. Who has seen what's going on behind closed doors? The stairs are pretty much always empty. But the few who have only made it harder to ignore the puzzle. One well-known exception is star Nicolas Cage, who has always loved Elvis and has said that the King was his biggest influence. During his short marriage to Lisa Marie Presley, Cage got to see inside Elvis's locked bedroom refuge, which is something that most people could only dream of. There were no guides, cameras, or other noises. It was just quiet. Cage later said that the experience was strange, scary, and very emotional. He has never said anything when asked what he saw up there, though. None at all, not in interviews or autobiographies. The silence has turned into a part of the story. Why keep quiet if it was just a normal bedroom? The strange story of Chewie Thompson, a social media star who has no famed ancestors, no Elvis family ties, and no Hollywood ties. Chewie said that he was approached quietly by a man dressed as staff while on what should have been a normal Graceland tour. The man leaned in and whispered something. Then Chewie was taken out of the crowd and led away without being told why. A close watch was kept on him as he was led upstairs. 2 guards stood on either side of him. He said the air felt different, like he was walking into something that wasn't meant to be seen. Slowly, doors opened. A strange care was taken to pull back the curtains. He also won't talk about what he saw. Not a word, not online, not even when asked, which makes things even stranger. Why him? Why give access to someone who doesn't have a good reason to? Was it an accident, a smart move, or could there be a link that no one has found yet? Fans and people who believe in conspiracies would go crazy over what happened next. There are rumors, airs, and strange sounds. Chewie Thompson's sudden trip upstairs wasn't just strange. It started a huge debate online almost right away. Speculation grew. Some people said Thompson wasn't just lucky, they said he was picked. Online experts say that his access wasn't at all random. They think he might be more than just a stranger, and he might even be a member of the Presley family who isn't known about. It's not as crazy as it sounds. Elvis has been the subject of stories for decades that he had children with other women while he was married. Women from all over the country have come forward with their stories, dates, and even what they think are DNA links. Most of them were fired, and some just disappeared. But Thompson's quiet entry into Graceland's most private area made people look twice. Things got stranger after that. A lot of tourists have said they heard footsteps, words, and even laughs coming from upstairs when no one should have been there. One person who saw it said it was a private event and that no one else could have been there at that time. Some people said it sounded like a ritual or a family get-together. Things are not caught by cameras. The staff wouldn't say anything, but the stories keep coming up. Could there be more than memorabilia hidden upstairs? If it's true, it could mean something even more dangerous, like secret family ties. No one who has been inside has said a single word about what's going on. Their quiet says a lot, whether it's out of fear, respect, or something deeper. But even that quiet could be hiding something worse. The king's safe place and the shade it cast. You have to know him to really get why the upstairs is important. Elvis was more than just a star. He was a riddle. A man who is loved by millions of people but strongly guards his privacy. Fame was with him everywhere, but the noise stopped when he went upstairs. That's where he got away from everything. He made his own rules for living. He often stayed up late, reading spiritual books, watching a lot of TV, or playing his guitar quietly. Nights turned into mornings. He liked to stay up late, but his house was made for daytime. His bedroom was more than just a place to sleep. It was his safe place. This room was perfectly designed for his comfort. It had a custom-built bed, his favorite records were always close by, shelves full of books on everything from philosophy to religion, and a button by the bed that led straight to the kitchen. At 3 a.m., the king could tell his staff to bring him peanut butter and banana sandwiches, drinks, or any other snack he wanted with just one push. It wasn't just a show of wealth. It was meaningful to them. Each element was important. In spite of that, this safe place became the place where he died. That alone makes the room feel heavy in a way that most of us can't explain. It's more than just a place. It's a story with a sad beginning, middle, and end. The Presley family doesn't want it to become a tourist spot because of this. It's not meant for flash shooting or just being interested. It is meant to be holy. This is because letting the world in means the story could be changed. They're not just guarding a room, they're guarding what's left of the real Elvis. But just when you believe the secret is over, it gets even stranger. A locked door, a record that lives on. Graceland isn't just a house, a heartbeat frozen in time, a live memorial to a man who did more than just play music, he changed it. Fans from all over the world travel to Memphis every year, and it's not just to see where Elvis lived. They go to connect with something greater. They want to walk on the same shag carpet, stand in the same kitchen, and smell the same air that the king did. Even with all the gold records and sparkly jumpsuits, people are still interested in one thing: the upstairs. The most mysterious thing is now that locked floor. It's not just a room, it's a time capsule that locked shut in 1977. The Presley family did more than just keep it alive, they fiercely guarded it. There isn't just stuff behind that door. There is the guy, the soul, and the truth. Everyone looked at Elvis's life through a microscope, but no one could touch the top floor. His family made sure that limit stayed in place even after he died. Since then, there has been no public video, photo, or virtual walk. And to be honest, maybe that's best. Because even though everyone is trying to get everything out there, some things should stay hidden. That locked floor is more than just a place to go. It's a sign of respect, control, and remembering. We might never know what's behind that last door, but the fact that it's always closed has become part of the lore. Even though Elvis has left the building, what he left behind can still be heard. Thanks for seeing it. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.